Bango has produced two core technologies, one of which is to enable people to pay on their telecommunications bills, and we call this carrier billing. Currently, we process around about $8 billion of consumer spending through the Bango platform every year. Most of that spending ends up on a mobile phone bill, a fixed line bill, a broadband or fiber optic bill, some sort of telco bill. More products and services are coming to market, particularly in the form of subscriptions, and through Bango's platform, which we call the digital vending machine, telcos are able to deploy these subscriptions in an easy to access, affordable, user-friendly way, and sign up to more subscribers to pay every month, which creates a great annual recurring revenue stream for Bango. All of this business produces a vast amount of payments data, and through a technology called Bango Audiences, we turn this payment data into a form that marketers can use to target customers most likely to pay. So that, of course, in turn generates more consumer spending, which generates more data for these Bango audiences.
The nice thing about the Bango platform is we're better than just a normal platform, because the platform is a true value-adding ecosystem type platform. And what that means is the platform not only gives people access to the people on the other side, a bit like a broker might do between people wanting to buy shares and companies trying to sell the shares, they can actually add substantial value. And the substantial value Bango can add is because we can see everything that's going on, we can see the data, we can do things that none of the merchants can possibly do on their own. So for example, we can do things that Google can't possibly do because we can see what's going on with Amazon, Microsoft, Netflix, on-demand Korea, many other merchants on one side. And we can do things that no mobile operator can do on their own because we can see, Verizon can't know what's going on in Japan, how people are behaving, other operators in America are behaving with their customers. We can see that. So we've got the chance to do things because we can see something that no merchant can get on their own and no mobile operator can get on their own, and build products in that platform that can offer unique value. We can build a long-term, sustainable, high-value business that can't be displaced just by someone coming along with another platform and moving everyone across just on a connection type basis.
Bango brings down cost, reduces time to market, and eliminates complexity. It provides the functionality and scalability that helps merchants acquire more paying users. For NTT Docomo and our legacy Docomo digital customers, this is the best market strategy to help them and us grow our business and access an increasing share of the 5 trillion online consumer spending market.
We use that Bango platform so that we can provide services that are adjacent to telco. Adjacent to telco is one of those things you're going to start hearing a lot more. Because we are a utility company, we look at that. So actually, for us, Bango is a really, really important factor in this organisation. I'll also say that we didn't start out with Bango. We started out with another company. And we found out about Bango because they came and had a chat with us and we said, will you help us? And they went, okay. When do you need it by? I went, 10 weeks. And they all went, oh my goodness. And you can guess that they actually delivered in 10 weeks, which is why I'm standing here. So for us, it's been amazing. So we have deployed lots of OTT offerings, right? There's a couple of things we need to tell you about. APIs, I'm loving them. They are the best things ever. Microservices. We have so much complex IT systems that are out there at the moment. We service our 6 or 7 carriers in a central location through to the rest of the European outfits. We use Bango. Bango connects to us on that deployment, and we use that to serve on an omni-channel way. We also have, because we have set-top boxes in people's home, if you've got Virgin right now, you may have a Horizon box, you will have a broadband box. We want to make sure that you can access any of these services on any of these mediums.
So we work with our merchants and payment and resale partners to build a single connection to the Bango platform. One of the fundamental principles of the Bango platform is that building this connection once allows you to activate routes between multiple partners. Essentially, connect once, access many. With existing partners, we're able to create new routes with simple configuration. This reduces the time to launch and the complexity of creating new routes compared to installing or writing new software. And of course, this single connection is able to support any new partner that onboards themselves to the Bango platform. We've received pretty amazing feedback actually from one of the largest telecom operators in the US. So you can see there the global leader, simple API. This only reinforces our position as having the de facto standard API in this space.
So we've now automated that, so that means the speed of deployment of an audience is much faster. So somebody could call us up today and say, look, I'm going to run a campaign tomorrow, Black Friday, I'm going to be opportunistic, and I'm going to piggyback on the back of Black Friday spending interest. Can you get this audience loaded onto 3 platforms? We can now do that much faster than we could in the past. So this is all moving towards the complete automation of the process of audience generation and audience sharing for running our campaigns. So this is an example. So we run a campaign for Nexon, and then, as you saw before on the previous slide, based on the outcome of the campaign, we'll optimize the audience. One of the good things, by the way, about this methodology of us accessing the advertiser's ad account on different platforms is we also get to see the results of the campaign. So we can pull that data, and we can use that data and analyze that data later to optimize their campaign for future use, but also optimize Bango audiences for future use.
I was actually very surprised at how easy it is to use Bango audiences. When you work with partners, you usually pass massive data sets of hashed IDs between yourselves and your data science. And it takes a really long time to load those audiences in. With Bango, when their API connection with Facebook, you request an audience, it takes a day or two to create that audience and pass directly onto your account. Use your audience, and whenever you are ready with it, it's withdrawn. Not only that, but the Bango team that we work with, they're very knowledgeable. They look at the data, which has been an amazing experience. Not all of your partners necessarily look at your data as closely. They offer amazing insights. The turnaround is super quick. Overall, I'm very happy with my personal experience with Bango.
So Bango is working at the intersection between the telecommunications market and the e-commerce market. E-commerce represents about $5 trillion of consumer spending currently, and telecommunications companies between them in aggregate process around about $2 trillion of consumer spending every year. So if you imagine bringing those two markets together, which Bango is doing now, you have the opportunity to create a very high value intersected market through products like carrier billing, bundling and resale, and other services that telcos can offer to e-commerce providers to enable their consumers to spend more online.